Hello everybody, it's Holliedazzle, back with another episode of Vlogmess. So this is week 3, and it actually is starting on Sunday the 14th. I forgot to put this footage into the last episode of Vlogmess, so it's getting on this one. I'm unpacking, rebraiding my wig, getting things kind of dialed down from my Friday, Saturday shows, and then also doing a little bit of crafting. I later in the week on Thursday night have a Hanukkah show that I'm in with another performer, and I am sewing snaps and new buttons onto that performer's shirt, as well as making this really cool necktie with my Cricut. And then on Monday the 15th, they flew in from out of town. They live across the country, and we had rehearsal in the Midnight Room in North Minneapolis for our duet. It's a really cute Hanukkah number. It's like the 12 days of Christmas, but it's the 8 nights of Hanukkah. We have all these really cute props and zaniness, and we take our clothes off together. It's really fun. And then when I got home from that, I never noticed that my kitty watches me when I craft, but I had some work to get done on a fellow performer. My trademark brought this amazing Nutcracker toy soldier outfit to me, and we customized it. We put new buttons on it. We put some, I think they're called epaulets on the shoulders. They're made out of shoulder pads. And fringe and stones and all sorts of cool stuff. So it was really fun to give their costume a makeover, and you'll get to see a little bit of their performance with it. Wednesday night, I had a craft fair that I was a part of at the Copper Hen in Minneapolis. And I did a little setup with Dazzle ties here, and many other vendors were in attendance, and I got to do a little pop-up performance as well. Big thanks to Dottie Minerva, who was there vending that night, who snagged this cute little clip of me performing. I did my Winter Wonderland act. This is probably the last time that the act as it looks here will be performed. I am going to give this act a makeover with new costuming and a new rendition of the song and everything, which seems like it's just in time because my boa, it's made out of like several tinsel boas or tinsel garlands, which you can actually see a video right here on my YouTube channel of how to make one of those. It's starting to shed, which that's been the beauty of that boa, is that it has never shed a day in its life, and now it is desperately losing pieces of tinsel, so it must be time for me to retire that. Now, a cool thing that happened at this event was we had free little nibbles and snacks, but they also had a bar that had non-alcoholic spirits. Like, it's synthol, you guys. It's like Star Trek. Like, it tastes like alcohol, but it has no alcohol in it. I felt like I was having a cocktail for the first time in several years. I think 2016 might have been the last year I drank, because that's when I kind of figured things out with my health. And I was just dumbfounded that I could have cocktails again. And then I got myself loaded up and headed home. So Thursday the 15th was the Hanukkah show, and it is at the historic Capri Theater in North Minneapolis. You can see there the original Capri Theater and what it looks like modern day. The Capri Theater is notable for hosting Prince's first performance. I had my gelt down my top. They did get soft. I should not have put them down my top so early, but what are you gonna do? Performance went really well. It was super cute, well received. We had a nice crowd. It was a really fun show. It's really fun to see all the Jewish performers thrive and celebrate Hanukkah and their faith and traditions with the audience. Here's some backstage shots. Our hostess, that's her running right off, Sparkles du jour. They were amazing. They did 8 costume changes. So every time they came out to introduce a new performer, they had a different outfit on. It was pretty amazing. So we had a nice lineup of performers, all of Jewish heritage. doing various tributes to the holiday and their faith. It was just a great show. Great show. I hope that they have it again next year. And after the show, everybody gathered in the lobby, took some fun photos, and then headed home. Friday the 16th, I was spending time getting myself prepped for Saturday. I actually did not have a show Friday night, and instead I had time to pack things and get ready for the next day and prep and make more merch for Dazzle ties because I was going to be vending. And yeah, so took my time and did what I needed to do to get ready. There's just no rest during my season. Few hours before I needed to leave for the show, I put on some new nails, did some pretty red ones with snowflakes on them, and then arrived at the venue. Our venue tonight is at the Amsterdam in St. Paul, Minnesota, and this was it before it got all set up. The show had actually done so well that we got the entire venue. They closed to the public and took down the wall partition and set up tons of chairs, and we had a photo booth, we had vending, there's me in the photo booth, and it was an amazing show. And the big feature of this show was the live music, which I'm going to try to include as much as possible on these different recordings. There's me and Blue Jean, one of our performers from out of town, as well as some others in the background. There's Petty Treason, Queenie on Curves, Kiki Boudreau, all my favorites in this amazing show. It was super fun. There's Kiki doing her thing out in the audience. So, live jazz band. It was a bucket list night for me. Performing to live music has been a dream of mine, and especially live Christmas music, and the Aces just always bring it. There's all my merch out, as well as other performers. We had such a wonderful little merch area. Like, everybody's so talented, amazing. It's just great. Wonderful show. Everybody just really brought their A game. And like I said, the Aces they're called the Aces, the Southside Aces, for a reason. You should definitely check them out on YouTube or Spotify.
Next performer hails from the land of Tennessee. Inside, curled up in something cozy. That's my favorite kind of situation. Hi, Betty.
So, remember the toy soldier Nutcracker? Here he is in all of his glory. Trademark did an incredible job with his number. He was just amazing. This is going to be definitely a keeper for him. This act was so fun. He did just a killer job with it. He's an incredible performer, an incredible improv artist as well. Like, I'm just always shook at how good he is at improv. Everybody was amazing. This moment, Miranda Wright, one of our producers, she went out into the audience to just like play around with people, and they stuffed her hands and her clothes with so much money, she wasn't actually able to do her act. She just like gathered all their money and then like came up on stage and had like quick power strip out of her outfit. It was so funny, but it was amazing, and she made a boatload. It was pretty incredible. Kiki Boudreau premiered a Christmas in New Orleans act with some wonderful New Orleans colors and feathers and aesthetic, like just amazing. Queenie did her menorah act, which was incredible. And then she did this Grinch act, and it was incredible, just amazing. We had the wonderful Minnie Tonka, my idol. Minnie and I go way back. There's me doing my second act of the night, which was actually the closing act of the show. I was very, very honored that they let me close the show. Just, I had no idea that those snowflake lights were on too. Like, oh, what a dream. Thankful to the audience member who snagged this footage as well, because I failed to get anybody to film me. So thank goodness for social media. Then it was home to get myself cleaned up and hit the hay. Oh, it wasn't the end of my run, because I still do have one more show as I'm recording this. I have a show on the 30th that will be the official end of my run, but it felt like kind of like the end of my run. So, taking off my makeup, getting ready for bed, woke up the next day and went to my favorite bakery. It's called Hold the Wheat. It's a gluten-free bakery in St. Louis Park, and got some goodies to celebrate kind of a successful show and everything else. And then I went home to enjoy my goodies and color my hair. My poor hair has just been under wigs all season, so I just didn't do anything to it, and it's just terrible. Before I colored my hair, though, I wanted to take a look at the earrings and necklace that Dottie Minerva printed for me. She made these super cute light bulb earrings this year, and I asked her, hey, can you make me a necklace out of that same earrings in a rainbow, just slightly smaller? And bitch, she popped off. It's perfect. It's so good. It's so good. It's gonna go with my Western act. I've already worn it like a million times though, but it's gonna be part of my Western act because I wanted a really cute necklace for once I take my Western shirt off. I needed something really cute that would be like able to be read from the audience and go with the outfit, and she killed it. She always kills it. You should definitely check my comment section, the info box below, and go shop her shop, because her stuff's amazing. Anyhow, here I am coloring my hair. When the strangers and friends talk to me about my hair, they always they're, oh, how do you do that yourself? It looks so hard. You know what's the hard part? It's bleaching just the roots of my hair. That is hard to do by yourself, especially the back of your head. Like, it's a whole process. Thankfully, I have a lot of mirrors, but get that bleach onto all those roots everywhere through the whole head of hair. I only have 2/3 of my hair. Like, I buzz off a good portion of my hair, and I still have a lot of hair. So I'm very blessed in that regard. I never take that for granted, because that could easily not be the case. And then my process is that I put the yellow on the bleached roots, the orange goes on what was previously yellow, the red goes on what was previously orange, and then the dark red just goes after that for whatever. And I put that on the ends. I don't do the reverse where you have the lightest at the tip and the darkest at the root, because I feel like having the lightest at the ends would make the ends look more fried. So there it is, all finished up. Oh, I felt like a human again. Cut my undercut in again, trimmed my bangs. Oh, back to myself. Stay tuned for one more episode of Vlogmas. I'm going to wrap things up. Now see you next time.